Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the penalties you want to avoid just because you have a CDL license. So in this video we're going to be talking about three main things that you want to avoid once you actually get your CDL license and you start making more money and getting yourself on what we like to say the road to freedom. So the first thing you have to understand is once you are a CDL holder, that means that you are considered a professional driver. You're considered at a higher standard than somebody who's just been driving a car simply because now this is your profession, right? The other thing that you have to understand is that you're going to be driving up to 80,000 pounds going down highway speeds, which can be pretty dangerous if you're not careful. So that being said, super important that you follow these three rules and you never break them, because if you do, it's going to cause some accidents, it's going to cause people getting hurt. It's also going to cause a big hefty fine in your pocket if you do get caught. So let's kind of go through it in no in particular order. The first thing is going to be stuff like texting. So texting and driving, everyone should pretty much understand that it is probably one of the most dangerous things to happen. Even though it's going to take a second here or there, understand going at highway speeds, you're actually traveling a whole lot faster and and you're traveling in a long distance, which means anything can happen if something did jump out in front of you. And driving a tractor trailer makes it even more difficult because of the stopping distance that you need in order to make sure that this thing stops. The fine by itself, just if you get caught texting and driving in a tractor trailer, could be anywhere from $3,000 all the way up to $11,000. If you do get caught, you want to thank God for that, because it could have been a lot worse. The other thing we're going to be talking about is drinking and driving. So when you actually get your CDL license itself, it's one very important thing to understand that your blood alcohol level actually gets cut in half. So when you actually are driving a normal car license, your blood alcohol level is going to be 0.08, which means if you get caught with 0.08, you're going to be considered legally drunk. However, once you have a CDL license, your blood alcohol levels are going to be 0.04. That does not matter whether you're driving a car or driving a truck, simply because how is the officer supposed to know that you're not driving to work and getting into a truck itself? That means you're going to go from 0.08 to 0.04, which is going to be cut in half, and that's pretty much just one beer. Now, if your response is, hey, in that case I'm not going to get a CDL license, it's probably the best option for everyone around, because if drinking a beer is that important to you and driving on the road, probably getting a CDL license is not the best option for you. Because think about it one more time, you're driving a much bigger vehicle, you're going to be held at a very high standard to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe, plus the road around you safe. So it's super important that you do not get caught in those shenanigans, because that can lead up to jail time, huge fines, in worst case you can lose somebody's life. And then the last thing that is not as crazy when it comes to life or death situations would be something that's specifically just for trucks, would be making sure that you're checking that you are on the proper weight limit on your streets. So now once you actually start driving a big tractor trailer or any kind of Class B vehicle itself, you have to understand that there are certain streets that have certain weight limits. And weight limits don't really sound that dangerous, which they really aren't as long as you're following the speed limit. However, those streets are built to carry a certain amount of weight, especially with bridges. So if you do get caught on these things, these is when you can have the most expensive fines out of anything in the actual CDL world. If you actually want to break down the calculations, we have a separate video that just breaks this down by itself. But just to give you an example, if you get caught going down a local street, it's super simple to find a fine that's going to be in the $10,000 range. So think how much you're going to have to work in order to pay off a $10,000 fine. It's definitely not going to be something that's fun. It's definitely not something that's going to be something you want to repeat. So make sure you're definitely watching out for the street limit signs. Make sure that you understand that the only exception is if you're making a local delivery for that local area itself. So I hope that those three tips helped you out. If you are looking to get a CDL license, you want to give us a call, 908-525-3609, or check out our virtual school tour at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Again, cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Thanks. Have a fantastic day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.